Hey guys, it's Ruben here from the ECommerce Accountant, bringing you another episode of Business Tips. As always, what we do here at the ECommerce Accountants is to empower, excite, and build confidence in online entrepreneurs through providing clarity within their figures. Now, today I want to talk about 3 tips that you can do to increase your profit immediately. One of the biggest problems that I find when I speak to clients about increasing their profit is that they always seem to aim at revenue. How can I increase my ad spend, or how can I increase my sales so that I can get more in profit? Now, before heading in this direction, what I like to do is to bring it back to the foundations of how profit is calculated in the first place. So basically, you're looking at your revenue, you take away your cost of goods, anything directly associated to the sale itself, and then your overheads, which leaves you with your underlying profit. What people tend to forget are those two, the last two that I just mentioned, which is cost of goods and your overheads. So my first big tip for e-commerce entrepreneurs is to look at your cost of goods sold. Now, if you don't know how much you're currently profiting or gross profiting from each sale, then this is something that I strongly advise you to find out straight away, whether this be from your business advisor, your accountant, or just to look at it yourself in your accounting software. What this will do is allow you to know that from every single dollar sold, you're going to retain a certain amount. So if you have a 40% cost in your sales, for every single dollar that you make, you're going to retain 60 cents, and you have a 60% gross profit margin. Now, my tip around this is to always negotiate with your suppliers. I know it's simple. I know that it's sort of very straightforward, but before I head into any type of marketing or advise my clients to head into marketing, you want to systemize and optimize, the costs of sales as much as possible, so that for every dollar spent and every revenue dollar made, you are getting the most in terms of your gross profit. Now, the second tip I have is to do a quick review of your overheads. A lot of people will look at their figures, and they will just look at the profit and loss for the whole year. So they might put in usually the financial year, 1st of July all the way to March, and they will have a look, review down, and they'll say, okay, well, that's how much I'm spending at the moment, and I can't do really anything about that because I don't have time, or I want to focus more on revenue. So these are the common questions and answers that we get. What I advise to do is to break up your profit and loss into months and even weeks. Months is fine to start off with, and you can do this again with your accounting software such as Xero or QuickBooks Online. And then look month on month, line by line, at which expenses are either going up, and if they're going and which ones are going down. So then you can basically check, if there are any fluctuations or trends with certain expenses. The one you want to look at the ones that you can easily negotiate and change straight away. So for example, if you feel like internet's suddenly going up, then go ahead and call the internet providers and see if you can get a better deal, or get someone to do it within your team to do it. Go ahead and call the telephone providers. Go ahead and see if you can negotiate better rental terms. Go ahead and see if you can go to your bank or your merchant provider and see if you can get better merchant fees. These are all simple things that you can do to keep your costs down and increase your profit. Nothing to do with sales. You don't have to spend an extra dollar on sales, on advertising to get more sales. Now, my last tip to increase profitability is to ensure that your conversion rates on your website are at its optimum level. Now, this is something that we work closely with our digital marketing team, but it goes hand in hand with profitability. The first thing that you need to look at is how well is your site converting. And this is something that you don't need to spend a lot of time and money on. It's something that you can go online. If you're with a Shopify store, for example, you're able to see whether you're tracking at 1%, 2%, 3%. Generally, we're seeing e-commerce stores average around that 1.8 to 2. The better ones are hitting the 2.5s to 3.5s. And if it's under these levels, then my initial goal, if I was the owner of this store, would be to improve the conversion rate. So some of the things you could do would be to, address the branding of the store, where the call to actions are, what the how the users are interacting with the website itself, and whether it's simple and streamlined enough to get them from awareness all the way to acquisition in the fastest, most streamlined way as possible to get you the sale. Very, very easy to fix and rectify, but you need to put just a little bit of time and a little bit of money into this, but nowhere near as much as putting a lot of money into, let's say, paid advertising such as Facebook or Instagram ads. So those are my 3 tips. As always, if you have any questions, leave a comment below, send me an email. And until next time, I hope you guys are super profitable in your business, and watch out for my next video. Thanks, guys.